Throughout history, wars have often been remembered for the size of armies, the power of weapons, or the outcomes of battles. But behind every major victory lies a commander whose vision, strategy, and decisiveness turned the tide. The World Wars were no exception. From the muddy trenches of Europe in World War I to the vast theatres of battle across Europe, North Africa, and the Pacific in World War II, American generals played critical roles in shaping the course of history. These leaders weren't just coordinators of troops. They were innovators, risk-takers, and thinkers who combined intelligence with courage. Some redefined military tactics, others mastered logistics and strategy on an unprecedented scale, and a few used audacious daring to achieve results that seemed impossible. Their decisions affected not only battles and campaigns, but also the lives of millions of soldiers and civilians. In this video, we explore the 9 greatest American generals of the World Wars, visionaries whose leadership left an indelible mark on military history. From John J. Pershing, who led the American Expeditionary Force in Europe, to Henry Hap Arnold, the architect of US air power, each general demonstrates a unique combination of intellect, courage, and influence. These stories highlight the qualities that made them extraordinary and show how brilliant command can change the course of history, even amid the chaos of global conflict. When the United States entered World War I in 1917, the Allied forces faced a well-entrenched enemy with years of experience on European battlefields. General John J. Pershing, known as Black Jack, was tasked with leading the American Expeditionary Force and ensuring that American troops could operate effectively alongside seasoned European armies. Pershing's leadership was defined by discipline, foresight, and an unwavering commitment to maintaining the autonomy of US forces. Unlike some Allied commanders who quickly integrated American troops under foreign command, Pershing insisted that Americans fight under American leadership, preserving national pride and cohesion. He emphasized rigorous training, logistical organization, and morale, preparing a rapidly expanding army for the rigors of modern warfare. Under Pershing, the AEF played critical roles in major offensives, including the Meuse-Argonne campaign, which helped push German forces towards surrender. His strategic vision and organizational skills transformed a relatively inexperienced force into a decisive component of the Allied victory. General Pershing's legacy extends beyond the battlefield. He demonstrated that strong leadership, clear vision, and careful preparation could turn raw recruits into an effective fighting force. In doing so, he set a standard for American military leadership that influenced generations of commanders who followed. George C. Marshall may not have led troops directly into combat, but his impact on both world wars was monumental. In World War I, he gained valuable experience as a staff officer, learning the complexities of planning, logistics, and coordination. These lessons would later define his role as Chief of Staff of the US Army during World War II. Marshall's genius lay in organization and foresight. He oversaw the rapid expansion and training of the US Army, ensuring millions of soldiers were ready for global deployment. He coordinated with Allied forces to streamline operations across multiple theatres of war, balancing political and military demands while maintaining unity and efficiency. Beyond strategy, Marshall emphasized leadership development. He cultivated competent commanders, ensuring that every level of the army had capable officers ready to execute complex operations. His careful planning and attention to detail were critical in orchestrating the success of large-scale campaigns such as D-Day and the liberation of Europe. Marshall's influence extended even after the war, with his visionary approach shaping post-war military and foreign policy, including the Marshall Plan to rebuild Europe. His legacy demonstrates that brilliance in leadership isn't only about battlefield heroics, it's also about preparation, coordination, and the ability to see the bigger picture in moments of global crisis. Few generals have faced the challenge of coordinating forces on as vast a scale as Dwight D. Eisenhower during World War II. Tasked with leading the Allied forces in Europe, Eisenhower's role demanded not only strategic brilliance, but also exceptional diplomacy. He had to unify generals, politicians, and troops from multiple nations, each with its own agenda, and turn them into a cohesive fighting force. Eisenhower's greatest achievement was arguably the planning and execution of Operation Overlord, the D-Day invasion of Normandy. The operation required meticulous coordination of land, air, and naval forces, precise timing, and flawless logistics. Eisenhower's calm leadership and ability to make tough decisions under pressure ensured that one of the most complex military operations in history succeeded. Beyond D-Day, Eisenhower's leadership extended to the broader European campaigns, maintaining morale, managing disagreements among Allied commanders, and adapting strategy as conditions changed on the ground. His focus on cooperation, communication, and preparation allowed the Allies to achieve a decisive advantage over the Axis powers. Eisenhower's legacy demonstrates that commanding a modern army isn't just about battlefield tactics, it's also about vision, diplomacy, and organizational skill. His ability to lead diverse forces to victory cemented his place as one of the greatest American generals in history. General Douglas MacArthur is remembered as one of the most iconic American commanders of World War II, particularly for his leadership in the Pacific Theater. Tasked with defending the Philippines at the outbreak of the war, MacArthur faced overwhelming Japanese forces. Despite initial setbacks and the infamous retreat to Australia, his leadership never wavered, and his resolve became a symbol of American determination. MacArthur's brilliance lay in his strategic vision. He orchestrated the island-hopping campaign, bypassing heavily fortified Japanese positions and targeting key locations to cut off enemy supply lines. This approach allowed Allied forces to advance efficiently, conserve resources, and maintain momentum against a formidable foe. MacArthur's leadership extended beyond strategy. He inspired troops with his presence and charisma, boosting morale during some of the most challenging campaigns in history. His insistence on precise planning, combined with bold, calculated risks, helped turn the tide in the Pacific. The general's legacy is defined by his ingenuity, audacity, and unwavering commitment to victory. MacArthur's actions in World War II demonstrate how a commander's vision and strategic foresight can shape entire theatres of war, proving that true military genius combines both brains and courage. Few generals captured the imagination like General George S. Patton, whose aggressive tactics and relentless drive earned him both fame and controversy. Patton excelled in commanding armoured units, leading rapid advances across North Africa, Sicily, and Europe. His boldness on the battlefield allowed the Allies to exploit weaknesses in enemy lines and seize key objectives with speed and efficiency. Patton's leadership style combined meticulous preparation with audacious execution. He inspired his troops with high expectations and a fiery personality, demanding discipline while motivating them to achieve extraordinary feats. In North Africa, he revitalized American forces and played a crucial role in defeating Rommel's Afrika Korps. Later in the European campaigns, his ability to maneuver armoured divisions rapidly created opportunities that often caught the enemy off guard. While controversial for his outspoken remarks, Patton's tactical brilliance was undeniable. His innovative use of armour, combined with psychological insight and relentless drive, demonstrated that decisiveness and bold thinking could shape the outcome of entire campaigns. Patton's legacy endures as a testament to how audacity, intelligence, and leadership can combine to turn even the most challenging situations into victory. He remains an enduring symbol of American military genius and daring in World War II. General Omar Bradley earned the nickname the Soldier's General for his calm, steady leadership and his unwavering focus on the welfare of his troops. During World War II, he played a crucial role in the Normandy invasion and subsequent European campaigns, commanding large formations with precision and foresight. Bradley's strength lay in his methodical approach. Unlike more flamboyant generals, he prioritized careful planning, effective logistics, and coordination among units, ensuring that operations ran smoothly and efficiently. His ability to maintain troop morale while executing complex maneuvers allowed Allied forces to achieve decisive victories, particularly during the breakout from Normandy and the push through the hedgerows of France. Bradley's leadership style emphasized strategy balanced with humanity. He earned the respect of both superiors and subordinates by blending tactical brilliance with genuine concern for his soldiers. This combination allowed him to make critical decisions under pressure, often turning challenging situations into successes. Through his steady guidance and focus on teamwork, Omar Bradley exemplified how discipline, intelligence, and empathy can define greatness in military leadership. His contributions were instrumental to the Allied victory in Europe, proving that quiet competence and strategic skill are as vital as bold action in war. General Billy Mitchell is often remembered as a visionary whose advocacy for air power transformed modern warfare. During World War I, he recognized that aircraft could play a decisive role in both reconnaissance and combat, long before many military leaders accepted their potential. Mitchell conducted daring experiments demonstrating the effectiveness of aerial bombing against ships, challenging traditional military thinking. His outspoken criticism of military bureaucracy and insistence on investing in air capabilities earned him both admiration and controversy. While his ideas initially met resistance, they laid the foundation for the development of a powerful US Air Force in the decades to come. Mitchell's leadership was defined not by conventional battlefield command but by foresight and innovation. He demonstrated that vision, persistence, and intellectual courage could reshape military strategy and ensure that future generations of American forces were prepared for the evolving nature of warfare. By championing air power and challenging the status quo, Billy Mitchell exemplified how strategic thinking and bold ideas can be as crucial to victory as combat itself. His legacy endures as a testament to the power of innovation in military leadership. General Joseph Stilwell earned his reputation as a brilliant yet often overlooked commander in the China-Burma-India CBI theatre during World War II. Tasked with coordinating operations across rugged terrain and among Allied forces with differing agendas, Stilwell faced enormous logistical and strategic challenges. Known for his strict discipline and insistence on high standards, Stilwell pushed his troops to overcome extreme conditions, from dense jungles to treacherous mountain passes. He worked tirelessly to improve supply lines and implement innovative strategies, ensuring that Allied forces could hold and advance against Japanese troops despite being outnumbered and under-resourced. Stilwell's leadership extended beyond battlefield tactics. He coordinated with Chinese and British forces, navigating cultural and political complexities while maintaining operational effectiveness. His determination and adaptability allowed the Allies to make critical gains in a theatre that could have been a stalemate. Though less celebrated than some of his contemporaries, Joseph Stilwell's strategic insight, resilience, and innovation had a profound impact on the war effort in Asia. He exemplifies how intelligence, determination, and leadership in challenging conditions can shape the outcome of even the most difficult campaigns. General Henry Hap Arnold transformed the US Army Air Forces into a decisive component of World War II. As one of the few leaders to oversee the growth of air power on such a massive scale, Arnold recognized the potential of strategic bombing, long-range air operations, and air superiority in modern warfare. Under his leadership, the air forces expanded rapidly, training thousands of pilots, developing advanced aircraft, and coordinating complex campaigns across multiple theaters. Arnold was instrumental in planning bombing missions over Europe and the Pacific, ensuring that air power complemented ground and naval operations to maximum effect. Arnold's visionary approach went beyond technology. He emphasized training, doctrine, and organization, laying the groundwork for what would eventually become the independent US Air Force. His ability to balance innovation, strategy, and practical leadership allowed air power to become a decisive factor in the Allied victory. General Arnold's legacy demonstrates that success in modern warfare requires both strategic foresight and the ability to harness emerging technologies. By transforming air power into a key instrument of victory, he reshaped the battlefield and ensured that the US would dominate the skies for decades to come. The 9 generals featured in this video demonstrate the incredible impact of leadership, strategy, and vision in the world wars. Each of them faced enormous challenges, whether on the battlefield, in complex theatres of war, or in developing entirely new branches of the military. Studying them offers lessons that extend beyond warfare. They remind us that leadership is as much about vision and planning as it is about action, that audacity paired with strategy can turn the tide in difficult situations, and that one individual's insight can influence the outcome of events on a global scale. They showed that victories are not solely determined by numbers or weapons, but by foresight, innovation, and the courage to make difficult decisions. Their legacies continue to inspire military leaders and civilians alike, proving that strategic brilliance is timeless.